Okay, so I wanted to film a little video of my classroom to just sort of show some procedures and setup and everything I do. So this is the outside of my door. This is where I post my schedule for each week. So Mondays before school I have duty, Mondays after school I have duty, and then throughout the week I have it in a sheet protector and I'll pull it out and I'll put notes. So for example, if I'm not going to be available Thursday, I'll just stick a post-it note over it and say out of the office. That way that students can always find me. And this is my classroom. So I'll just sort of start from this side wall over here. This is my absent work folder. The instructions are that students copy down the instructions from the folder of the day you missed, take any handouts with your name on them, and then do the work. So I'll just put a piece of paper inside and they'll copy down what the instructions were for that day, take any handouts, and then turn it in as late work. These are my IB Learner profile traits. So I used the ones that Kendra sent, and then I added quotes and stuff on them. So I did that. G-Pirates, this is one of my anchor charts. This is the acronym that I use in my class to analyze different categories of societies. This is the board where I put all my daily information. So objective, agenda, homework, and then over here is the global context, statement of inquiry, assessments, and the IB learner characteristic. And then I'm also starting to keep a calendar that shows all the upcoming dates so that they can just see generally like what's the topic of each day and when are the tests and all of that. All right, moving this way. Up here I have the Williams Pledge, that's a requirement, and heading for a paper and the restroom procedure. These are the Williams Prep rules that I have there. On my bookshelf here I have some reading material for students, and then I have our brand new textbooks, and I was going to zoom in because on the textbooks I went through and I numbered them. That way I feel like I won't lose any. I had a problem last year with students borrowing books, or they would end up in the ISS room or somewhere, and I was just afraid they weren't going to make their way back. Over here I have my entrance procedure. I require a silent entrance, so they come in silently, go to their seats, write down their homework, and then begin the do now. Up top here, so students can see it from their seats, I have a really big word wall. It's like 2 parts, and these are all history/SAT verbs. So these are all just cool verbs to use, like denounce and capitulate. So those are the verbs. We practice give me 5, so that's my give me 5 sign. More history verbs over there. And then I'll show the other side of my classroom before going to my desk. So I wanted to show this is a timeline that I made. It took a long time to make this. It's been a growing project. So I've got images. Let me start from the beginning. So I have it organized by unit, and then the years are marked, and then I've got images from each unit. And then as we go, I'll actually mark some years across the top so that it actually makes a line across the top. And then sometimes as review activities, I'll have students put post-it notes on the years where things go. We use the images as reference points, or for review I might have them talk about different image things that I have up there. And then eventually, I haven't put posters up, but I've got some more posters and stuff that'll go up there, my prayer flags. Here's another anchor chart. These are the 3 thesis statement formulas that we use to sort of start off learning about the 3 AP World History essays. So those are those. I have also, I'll show you in a minute, corresponding rubrics for each of those essays that are in the same color, so it's all color-coded. Up top, I've got some more word wall stuff. These are words that are like student actions. So what does it mean to paraphrase? What does it mean to synthesize and to summarize? This bulletin board has not really gotten anywhere yet. I'm going to put stuff on it eventually. There's Dwight Schrute. Over on this side of the room, this is my cow. I've got a set of Chromebooks for the 10th grade because I'm the 10th grade leader. So the 10th grade teachers will check it out from here. So these won't always be here. They'll be in other 10th grade classrooms, but this is their permanent house. This back table is kind of a resource table for students. I just got this poster about how to cite your sources, and then another poster about plagiarism. On this poster I added in just information about how we analyze documents. I didn't stick with any of the acronyms, so I didn't do OPVL or soapstone. I just sort of did general things I want them to always consider. So I incorporated soapstone and OPVL things when doing this. But I plan to use this year. I just made it the other day. Over here is a giant wall map, which I just covered up because we have a map quiz today, so it's all covered up. But I use it all the time. I'll have my students add post-its, like I asked them the other day, where do you want to go in the world and why? So somebody wants to go to Hawaii. But more often those questions will tie into usually my statement of inquiry. I've just got some like stuff that kids have given me, little encouragement things. That's always nice. Okay, over at my desk, I keep my seating chart. And in my seating chart, I've got it in page protectors so that I can use a dry erase marker on it. So I'll take a dry erase marker and I'll use this for attendance. And so I'll just mark somebody absent. That way I have a copy of that for attendance, and then I'll mark it in the computer. This is also how I mark any behaviors that I need to be aware of. It's just a really fast way to do it. So for example, if somebody has their head down during class, I might do a warning, and I'll just put a little mark for a warning. And then if she has her head down again, I tell her that this is her consequence, and I'll circle it, and at that point we mark it in our discipline system hero. And then at that point I could also contact a parent, although I usually wait till the third violation before I do that. So that's where I keep this. This is my Padfolio for going to meetings and stuff. Anderson Cooper's in my calendar. So I keep a calendar hard copy because I'm so rarely at my computer that doing computer-based calendars just doesn't really work for me. It's kind of messy right now, but this is where I take notes from meetings, and then as stuff gets completed, I can just throw it away. This is where I keep all my handouts for upcoming lessons. So my goal is that I never leave on Friday until I have everything printed for the next week. So, for example, here's all my Thursday handouts, and then all my enrichment handouts, and then stuff for next week. These are the color-coded rubrics I was talking about. So the DBQ rubrics are blue. And this year I'm going to be also printing on the back side a sample outline that students can use during the writing process. In my locked file cabinet is where I keep all my IEP documentation and then also just other stuff. This is where I keep work that is graded or needs to be graded. I have a folder per class of things which need to be passed back to students. And then the things I need to grade are in this folder marked grade. Back here, I've got some like resources and stuff. And then this is my sub tub. It's got a sub on it. And that's where I put all my stuff for my substitute teachers, and if I know I'm going to be out, I leave it on my desk, and my director knows that she's got a sub tub. It's red. You'll see it on her desk. I also keep a couple of sets of emergency lesson plans just in case an emergency happens. Okay, that is my room and my procedures, and I hope that was valuable.